Hey guys, Professor Ayvaunn Penn here, all things excellence in art and education. It's been a long time since I've been here to say hello, but I've got to catch you guys up to speed on some things. My overarching message for this video is about holding our students accountable for their homework, primarily speaking to parents of students in elementary and middle school. High schoolers should be responsible for their own homework, but we've got to keep up with them there as well. But first, I'd like to give you guys a few updates. First, I am coming to the end of the summer classes that I am teaching independently, the Mastering Grammar through Storytelling for elementary students and Mastering Grammar through Script Writing for our middle school students, and I'm so excited that students are having a good time and working on their grammar skills, keeping those sharp during the summertime. It's been such a joy working with these young faces every weekend, and really a joy making sure that I am using what the good Lord has given me to sow back into my community. So that's that. Also, since I talked to you last, I have been promoted to a full-time instructor at my university. So I am super excited to graduate from being adjunct to being full-time. And it's really sobering, exciting to hear from my students of color who are thrilled, ecstatic to finally have a full-time instructor who is Black. And just it's more than a promotion, but realizing, wow, this means so much not only to me but to students who are looking simply for representation. So I am glad that the good Lord has given me the opportunity to sow into those students as well. And really, to hear one student say, my education has now been changed forever now that I am going to have a Black female professor as a part of my training, really was a light bulb moment. So enough about me. Now let's talk about you and the students in our community. So, little reminder, make sure you hold your students accountable that are in your home for their homework. Times are different, they're crazy. Who knows what your school district is doing? Are your kids going to be going in physically to school, or will they be at home Zoom educating, or Microsoft Teams? Who knows what? But no matter what the format is, please don't let the chaos of the world distract you from making sure your kids are doing their homework. And I'm saying this as an instructor who, working with kids on a regular basis to bring them up to speed, it's super important. Students can come to class and sit and listen, but if they are not practicing those concepts and those skills at home in their own time, it's not going to stick. Point blank. That's the importance of studying. This may sound like a really common sense type of message I'm sharing right now, but I'm sharing it because of some of what I'm seeing, and that's the fact that parents, it's really great when we take I'm not a parent, I'm saying we, but I consider my students like my babies. It's really great when we're super invested and pumped in the education of our students, but we have to make sure that our students are just as pumped. So even beyond parents following up with your kids on the homework, make sure you teach your kids to take notes. I can't tell you how many students I see who never take nary a note in class. It's never too early to teach your kids to take notes in class, and the value of documenting for themselves important terms, key concepts, all of these things, and not just writing them down during a class lecture or class instructional, but when you get home, reviewing those notes, making sure it doesn't have to be forever. Studying is unique unto each person. Some people do better in long sit-down settings where maybe they take an hour to study. Some people do better with 30 minutes of studying, take a break, and return to the studies. No matter who you are, it behooves you to study multiple times the same content over an extended period of time to make that stick. But long story short, don't let your kids just come home or from their room where they were doing a Zoom lesson and just go on to watch some television. Make them review what they've just learned, okay? Make them review it every day, okay? It doesn't have to be forever. But touch on that content. Test your students on the material. Now, I know sometimes as students start getting higher up and advanced in education, you may feel a little limited in those ways, but for what you can test them on, or if their textbook has the answer somewhere else where you can help monitor and reinforce what they are learning in class, that is important as well. With what skill you have, test your students over what they are learning. Okay? I care a lot about making sure all of our students are succeeding, and these are some of the things. Okay, that's all I have to say. If you want to keep up with content, with what I'm doing in terms of classes, I do definitely have in my mind some boot camps for grammar for elementary students and middle school students. If you want to keep up with those, get updates, do subscribe at the link below. I also do free instructional videos. So if you want to keep up with that, subscribe at the link below. I hope you are all staying well and staying safe and keep thriving. And until next time, have a good evening.